So who said that? It was John, right? John Gooderham. Is Kipp one of those
Yeah.
friends in life that always shows up late to everything? I am not. I honestly am not. I, for a very long time, have prided myself on my punctuality as best as I could when I was a parent of smaller children. But when it's just me, God damn it, I try to be on time. So I don't know. Lately, I'll admit it though. It's been more difficult lately. So, and I'm frustrated. Not just at you, John. I'm also just generally frustrated that everybody's names on my channel are still not functioning properly, and it's me this time. There are a bunch of channels where you get to keep your names, but not here. Apparently, not now. So thanks, YouTube. Hi, Jace. How are you?
I'm good. What do you mean you can't keep your name? Like in the chat where?
Yeah. Do you see this?
Yeah, it's all
Like,
at.
yep. So it's
Hmm.
you end up with like things like this, right? You end up with the name that you registered with, but then you can also like customize your user handle to look, normal and proper. Like I recognize a few of these. Like I'm sure this is probably somebody that's a regular on my channel that I should recognize, and I don't because uh, I don't. It doesn't. It's not the name, right? That
Yeah.
that ordinarily. So it's just like Mossy Matt here is one of my Hebrew students, but this is not usually how his name appears. But anyways, it's good to see you guys. It's good to see you here, Simone and Ryan, and if so, yeah, if you can tell me who you are, to spam Gaza here.
Spam
If I
goes here.
if I know you, please do, so I can, call you by your proper name. And Brandon, it's good to see you. I'm in Acadian class with Brandon. I don't know if you knew that, Jace, but
I
yeah,
wanted to get involved in that, but I just didn't have the money in the end.
yeah, yeah.
Dang
Have
it.
you taken it before?
No, and I want
No.
to.
It's good. It's super easy because it's, very, very similar to Hebrew.
Yeah. Hmm.
So that's, I mean,
But
I
once
mean,
once you get into the actual scribblings, then I guess it's more
yeah,
difficult.
I think that's, we haven't even started that yet. And I assume it's going to get considerably more difficult when that happens. But
Yeah.
see, this is supposed to be Jesus Tales, Storytime Jesus.
Ah,
Um, and this is Equus. It's good to see you guys. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's fine. I'm not into doxing anyone, so yeah, that's cool. Lawrence is here. Yay. Um, so
Colton
that's
is from my
oh,
channel,
that's right. Yes. Colton.
and
And I've seen him
he
here
works
too.
in Biblingo.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Awesome. I was unaware of that. So
indeed.
excellent. But and I think you've actually suggested him as potential for my roster. And
Yeah,
I should talk about that just to get things going here.
because
Sorry.
I'm not Josh, so
You're not. So Jason Jason Hare has from the Hebrew Cafe has generously agreed to join me this evening to continue reading 1 Samuel 18. And Jason
First Kings.
runs First Kings. I said Samuel, didn't I?
Yeah,
And then when I texted you and said what we were reading, I said Second Kings, didn't I? So
yeah, yeah.
see, this is
But I listened in last week whenever Rabbi Hannah was here,
yeah. So
which conversation I thoroughly enjoyed. By the way, she's
Oh
really great.
yeah, isn't she? She's awesome.
Yeah,
So but it's yes, thank you for taking the time to come
of
out
course, my
and do this
pleasure.
with me, because it's like in the middle of the night where you are, which is
3 o'clock.
I'm yeah, I'm doubly honored. So but this is part of we're undergoing a rebrand. This is no longer, even though it says Kitty Ibrit with doctors Josh and Kipp. It is no longer that because Josh has abandoned us, and he's actually teaching. It's either Hebrew or Sumerian right now on Thursday nights for the foreseeable future. So he could no longer do the show. And as part of that rebrand, I decided, let's get a bunch of people who are, keenly interested in the language. People like you, who are already in the space and promoting learning biblical Hebrew. And if you don't know, friends over at the Hebrew Cafe, Jason that's exactly what you're doing. Do you want to say something about that maybe before we start?
Well, what can I say? I like Hebrew because it's very close to my heart. I started in 1999 learning Hebrew at a Christian college, and I became secular. And I loved your testimony that I heard about, the changes you went through. I could definitely identify with it. I came from a Baptist/Pentecostal background, converted to Judaism whenever I left Christianity, and eventually to secular living completely. And I just love the language, and I love the text of the Bible. People find it strange because I don't have any religiousness in me anymore. I don't pray or any of that, but they find it strange that I go on and teach the Bible. Not because I want to teach the Bible, but because the language and the history, it's all so rich. And so it's really a passion of mine.
What one could say that maybe you fucking love the Bible.
I fucking love the Bible. I find that, when people say that they love the Bible, it's generally people who don't read it. They don't know what's in it.
It's true.
And I spend my time in the text of the Bible all the time. So,
yeah.
And I live in Israel, by the way. That's I've been here for almost 20 years. So.
Yeah. Wow. So, but you've got a website. And you've got a YouTube channel, and you do stuff regularly over there.
Right, and I try to keep religion on the back burner because I want everybody to feel comfortable learning Hebrew.
Absolutely.
So I don't put my opinions forward. I don't talk about secularism. I don't talk about my opinions on religion. I keep that on my own. We do have a Discord server. It's thehebrewcafe.com/Discord if you want to go. So,
I actually should. I don't think I don't tend. But I don't know if I'm on yours. Lawrence is actually asking why you're not on his Discord. So
I don't know what his Discord is.
It's the Behold Network. Lawrence, you've got a wrench. Drop a link in the chat, and so that people can join your Discord, Lawrence. It's pretty good. Lawrence does. There's a lot of very bright Bible people over on Lawrence's Discord who love to talk about the text. So
very cool.
So yeah, you should come and check it out. So yes, Jennifer Silves dropped $2 just to say I fucking love the Bible. So
indeed,
good stuff. We were in the right place. So so Jace has joined us this week. Rabbi Chana was here last week. Or not last time, it's bi-weekly. In 2 weeks, Justin from Deconstruction Zone will be with me reading text. Vish was on with me last month, and she'll be back. But what I want to do is I want to get a regular rotation going with friends of mine who are passionate about the text, who like to read. And that's what the rebrand will look like. So I do need to come up with some new graphics and redo the intro and make some small changes, and those are coming in the near future. But right now I'm just absolutely slammed with audiobook nonsense. So but all that with all that out of the way, we should probably read. We're reading in 1 Kings chapter 18, and if you are new to this stream, this is the show where I and my special guest read through Hebrew text and translate Hebrew text, and we nerd out features of the language, and maybe even some elements of what's happening in the story or in the poem or whatever it happens to be that we're reading. So we do this every second Thursday night at 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, 3 a.m. Tel Aviv time. So yeah. So yeah, that's that's where. So yes, there is. Make sure to make a note of it. Lawrence dropped the link, the Discord link in the and so did Jason. We have dueling Discord links in the chat here. Everyone should click them all.
Complimentary.
There we go. Complimentary. So, okay. Now, did you want to start, or do you want me to start this week?
Sure. I'd love to.
I think we're starting.
We read through
verse
this
33,
earlier,
right?
me and Colton. So yeah.
Oh, nice.
33.
Okay.
Vayaroch et haitzim. How fast do you want me to read? Like.
Not so fast, just so that everybody who's trying to can keep up.
Right.
So
we're verse 33. Vayaroch et haitzim, vayinatach et hapal, vayasem al haitzim. So you go over verbs. Vayaroch is the vaiktol of arach, meaning, or la'aroch, meaning to like arrange. He arranged the woods, like the pieces of wood. Vayinatach is vaiktol in the PL of niteach, lenateach, to. We use it today for like to analyze, but it means to cut into pieces.
Very interesting.
A piece of meat is called netach. And so vayinatach, he cut into pieces the pal, the cow, whatever, the male cow. Vayasem is vaiktol from lasim, means he put. So he put like the pieces of the cow al haitzim, upon the wood pieces. Yeah.
Nice.
He arranged the wood pieces, and he cut up the cow and he put it on the wood.
Sweet. This is one of the very nice things about having you here is, I mean, your Hebrew is flawless in the first place, but also just some of the insight that you provide into the modern living language. No, this the last time you were on, you brought some of that with you too. So yeah, I certainly appreciate that. All right. I guess, yeah, moving on to verse 34. Vayomer mil'u arba'a kadim mayim vayetku al ha'ola va'al ha'etzim vayomer shenu vayishnu vayomer shaleshu vayashaleshu. I always hate saying the PLs with the imperfect plurals with the vav. Anyways, yeah. And he said, fill 4 jars. This would be 4 jars, literally just 4 jars water. This is 4 jars, or 4 water jars probably. Or would you just, or because it's not in the construct, this isn't the jars of water. You could occasionally, this happens as well, where the biblical text will not provide a preposition for an indirect object or an accompaniment like this. So it's basically, yes, fill 4 jars with water and pour them out on the sacrifice, the olah, the burnt offering, sorry, and on the wood pieces. And I love this. He said, I think most English translations would say repeat, and they repeated. And he said, do it a 3rd time, and they did it a 3rd time. So it's interesting. These are verbalizations of the numbers themselves. Second it and third it. I think that's pretty cool, actually. So
Yeah, that's great.
yeah, do you still are those still words that the verbal expressions that appear in modern Hebrew?
No, but we use for second. We can say to do something again. You say shenit. Shenit is a
Oh
second
yeah,
time.
of course. Yeah.
That's it's a shenit. Tanase shenit.
So
The shaleshu is kind of like it feels like the Trinity. You know the
yeah,
what do they
right.
call it? I think they call it shilush. Shilush Hakadosh, the Holy Trinity.
That's what they call it in
I think
the
so.
the Messianics.
Yeah, I mean
And
that feels
the
like what they call. I don't talk about that, so it's not in my normal
yeah,
vocabulary.
of
But
course, right? Yeah.
that's what it feels
Wow.
like. That's Shilush Hakadosh.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, of course. No, that makes sense. Wow. Okay. So Viomer, everybody knows, and it repeats here. This is a cal, third masculine singular imperfect with the vav consecutive. So we've got a bunch of imperatives in this verse. Melu is an imperative. It's a cal, masculine plural imperative from Malah. And then we've got Vayitzku is another cal imperative from that's
Yetzak.
Yitzhak. That's right. Yes. And then we've got Shanu and Shaleshu. Shanu is a cal imperative, masculine plural. Shaleshu is a PL masculine plural imperative from Shalash. Notice on a couple of these as well. You've got because they're imperatives. Vayitzku is this is a conjunction vav, not a consecutive vav attached to the verb. And actually, I think that's the only one, isn't it? The only imperative that takes
Yeah, because
the
it's
vav. Yeah,
Milu and Yitzku. It's like
that's right.
yeah, imperative and imperative.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Now, I did want to say, and I think okay, yes, and then the last verb here, Vaishaleshu is this is a PL, third masculine plural, with the vav consecutive from Shalash. Now, I did want to before moving on, I wanted to talk because I go through this with my students from time to time, and some of them are here, but I did want to talk a little bit. Oh, I'm just adding a new. Oh no, not that one. Sorry, professional YouTuber here. I'm just I wanted to talk a little bit about the forms of the imperative. Really easy stuff for recognizing imperatives. I find this fairly helpful. So we have what I often tell my students is that the way that you make let's make sure my pen is right here. Sorry. Get the right one. Yeah. Okay. So the way that you make an imperative. So this is the first one, right? And the easiest way to recognize these, because imperatives are all technically second person. You can't see anything, can you?
Right now it's black, but it was white.
Yeah, it is. It
writing.
was. And what happened? Something happened. What's on my screen right now? What's over here? Oh no. Let's try this. Oh, it doesn't like it. Why doesn't it like it? Okay.
It reminds me when I'm trying to play. I have a PlayStation 4 in this room and a PlayStation 5 in the other. When I want to play a movie, it refuses.
Really, eh? Oh dear.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all can see it now, right? So, milu. Yes. Technically speaking, all imperatives are second-person verbal expressions. You can add a second-person pronoun to anything. And the reason is because you're always addressing someone, either an individual or a group, and providing them an instruction. So you're always speaking in the second person. Now, when it comes to making imperatives, the easiest way I think to think about this is that you are taking your second person imperfect verbal forms, and then you're just lopping that verbal prefix in the imperfect off. Of course, in this case, what happens because of the rule of Shava, when you have two Shavas together and one begins the word, it turns into a Hirik, right? But this is precisely what's happening with all of these. So let me get my pen back. So like this is Yitzku. It's exactly the same thing as we saw above. It's a cal imperative. So the vowel is being carried by the tav, carried through the yod, becomes a Hirik yod basically, right? So when you lop off the prefix, you're left with that, right? Which then turns into that. And same with, like, if you look at the last one, which is Shaleshu. I mean, we can see right away this is a PL because of the doubled middle radical in the root there. And of course, the second person plural form of that, right, is tishaleshu. So imperatives are almost always just really easy to recognize, so long as you understand and you know your basic verbal paradigm. All you have to do is take that verbal prefix off. As one of my Hebrew students says, Sylvia will often say, you cut the tip off of the
you can circumcise
right? You
the
can
word.
circumcise them. That's right. That's all we're doing. We're just circumcising the words here. So all
It
right.
should be pointed out that Shaleshu and Vaishaleshu are in pause. So that's why it's not.
Good.
It would normally be Shalshu, but they're in pause Shaleshu.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for noting that. I often miss that shit. So yeah, I am, you know what? I feel pressure to be extra when you know, Bowtie Bible guy and his whiteboard aren't here. It's part of the territory. All right. Cool. All right. Imperatives. We've got lots.
Yes.
Okay, verse 35.
Verse 35, Vayelchu hamayim saviv lamizbeach v'gam et ha'te'ala malei mayim. Okay, one thing to comment about the previous verse is that the verb mil'u is in the kal, and here the same verb is in the pied.
Interesting stuff.
Normally,
I just said it's interesting stuff.
Yeah, normally the kal is for something becoming full, but sometimes it is also used in the transitive way, just like Isaiah 6, where it says, "The fullness of the whole earth is His glory," or like filling the whole earth. His glory fills the whole earth, something like that. But here it's also kal, and then in my verse 35 it says, "The water went." Okay, vayelchu hamayim. The water went around the altar. saviv lamizbeach, around the altar. V'gam et ha'te'ala. The te'ala is the ditch that he dug. They dug a ditch around this altar. Malei maim. It looks like an imperative. Fill it. Fill water, but it's not. It's it's milei maim. So it looks like it's supposed to be like fill it up, but it filled, which is weird because it's singular.
It is very weird, yeah.
Because you would want it to be the waters filled the ditch. Okay, hamaim milu et te'ala, but there's a singular verb, so I'm not sure why, but it literally says the waters went around the altar, and also the waters filled in the singular for some reason the ditch. So vayilchu is kal. It's from halach. The future is yelech. So the vayikol is vayelech, in the plural vayilchu. They went. Saviv lamizbeach. Saviv is an adverb that is followed by the lamed to make it like a preposition. Saviv is around, and then the lamizbeach tells it what it went around. Gam also. Et te'ala is the direct object marker, and mileh is piel of the same root. Lemaleh, to fill something. I think that maim is supposed to be the subject of it. But are there any notes in the BHS that try to clear that up?
Yeah, actually, let's take a look. It doesn't have anything attached to it though. You're talking about milei maim, right?
Yeah. Oh, there's nothing in that verse. That's weird.
Doesn't look like it. Yeah. So
I've got the NRSV open. It says the water ran all around the altar and filled the trench also with water. But who filled it?
Right. Yeah. So I mean, I could check.
It doesn't make sense to
quickly.
say the water filled it with water. The water filled it with water. That doesn't make sense. So it's a weird verse.
It is very strange. So this is verse 35. That's right. So
Simon says,
and it
check
just says
with Rashi what he says.
Okay, that's good. That's good too. So yeah, the Septuagint just says eplesan hudatos. So yeah, the water's filled.
Yeah, and this is so eklesan is plural. First of all, that's a good note, and hudatos is genitive. It's filled of water, with water.
Yeah. Yeah. So it and it makes you wonder. I mean, it's possible too, I guess, although they don't make a note of it. You always have to ask this question: Is the Septuagint correcting a text when he's doing something like that, or does he have a text that has a plural verb here, right? Mm-hmm. So because that is it's not uncommon though, I suppose, to see plurals in Hebrew, although this is usually of, like, you could say the same thing about water though. Groups of things that are almost always plural. You'll see that with like a word like ha'am for people, or for mention of specific people groups or nations or things like that, will often take singular verbs and plural verbs in pretty close proximity to one another. But yeah, this is something I noticed when I was looking at this text earlier today too. This mixing. Often when weird stuff like that happens, and maybe this is a cop out on my part, but I often get the feeling like this is probably something that archaic features of the text, where the text is, parts of the text are so deeply ingrained that people just go with what's there. They don't bother, changing the singular verb to match the plural verb above it. So, but I don't know. It's just some ideas. So.
Simon looked it up in Rashi and Ibn Ezra, and they have no comment.
There's nothing. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right. Vayhi ba'alot hamitz. Sorry, I almost said hamitzbeach. Hamincha vayigash Eliyahu Hanavi. Vayomer Adonai Elohei Avraham Yitzchok Vayisrael. Hayom Yevada Ki Ata Elohim Vayisrael. Va'ani Avdecha Uvidvarecha Asiti et Kol Hadvarim, Ha'ela. Oh. So it happened at the sacrifice of the mincha, or the offering of the mincha. Basically, I keep saying ola as a sacrifice. I shouldn't do that. So it happened at the time of the mincha offering, basically, and Elijah the prophet approached, and he said, Yahweh, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, this day make it known that you are God in Israel, and I am your slave. And in your words, I have done, according to your words, probably is better idiomatic English here, or by your words, I have done all these things. Now, here's an instance where we have this relatively flexible Hebrew word davar, which almost always means word, but there are a number of occasions in the text where it can mean thing, or matter, or event. That's I think that probably is a better feeling of its usage here at the end. Kol hadivarim ha'ela, these things, all these things I have done on the basis of your words, is what he's saying here. So okay. Vaihi, this is the Cal imperfect, third masculine singular, Vav consecutive from Haya. Notice the shortened form, the apocryphated form. As a result of the Vav consecutive, this is what happens with Haya. Then we have Vayigash, is a Cal imperfect, third masculine singular. Yes, Vav consecutive from Nagash. And Nagash is an interesting word because
it really is.
Yeah. It's got a bunch.
This is what I call a mixed paradigm, because for the future, Yigash, it's like Yingash with a nun assimilated. It's the Kal, but the past, Nigash. Nigash for the past and for the present, the participle, are Nifal.
Oh yeah.
The future and imperative. Future and imperative are Kal, and the past and participle are Nifal. It's a mixed paradigm.
Yeah, right.
And the infinitive is also Kal, so it's Lageshet. Lageshet is the infinitive. Wow. It's a fun verb. It's really pretty.
Yeah. This is also one of these words in Hebrew where there are it looks like a couple different meanings for Nagash. There's this one comes, we know the same word from Ugaritic, meaning to approach or to draw near, but oftentimes you'll see Nagash in Hebrew meaning to oppress, or to strike, or to touch, or to that's probably and that's probably a different cognate, although it's very interesting that that it's exactly the same. So so that's Nagash.
If I could throw this into a classroom use, if you're in a math class, your teacher often tells you go to the board and write blah blah blah. So to say go to the board, you say gash laluach. Gash.
Oh, okay.
Laluach. Gash is the imperative in the kal.
Yeah.
Gash laluach. And if you want to turn in your homework, also for a classroom setting, you use the hifil of the same verb, lehagish.
Oh,
להגיש, אתה
yeah.
מגיש את העבודה שלך, או את
Wow.
המשימות. You have to להגיש למורה, you turn it into the teacher.
Excellent. Oh, that's cool. What's next? We've got ACT is Cal perfect, first common singular, third hey verb. So it's got the what do you call the infix vowel, basically, that we see attached to the tav, often with the third haze, although t here is also part of the verbal suffix. I have done, and I think that's oh right, via so yivada. Yes, so this is a nifal imperfect, third masculine singular, from yada. It's a first yod verb, which means in the nifal, these in the imperfects, these always revert back to taking a vav in place of the yod for the first radical. So, but we recognize this pretty readily just by on the basis of that first vowel. The comments is always hanging out there in the nifal imperfects. So yeah,
and this would be functioning as adjective. Let it be known.
Yes, that's right. So yeah, we have a handful of adjective forms, but most of them usually you just have to supply the meaning to it. So, and I guess too, you probably you get a sense of when you're supposed to do that, just on the basis of context. So
I love that Hebrew puts it as one word, yivada, let it be known. It shows up in Aramaic, and not this, but let it be known before the king, blah blah blah. Leheveidia lemalka. Okay, so we're in verse 37.
Yes, we are.
Aneni Adonai. Aneni Adonai.
Oh, I love this part.
Aneni v'yedu ha'am hazeh. This is what you're talking about. Ha'am hazeh. It's a collective with a plural verb.
Yes, exactly.
Ki ata Adonai ha'elohim ve'ata hasibota et libam achoranit. So aneni Adonai aneni. Answer me, oh Lord, answer me. And then he gives the purpose with this jussive, v'yedu ha'am, that this people might know or recognize, that this people might know that you, Adonai, or Yahweh, I guess we can say Yahweh in this channel, are God. That this people may know that you, Yahweh, are God. Ve'ata hasibota et libam, and you have turned, you yourself, that's emphatic, ve'ata, you yourself have turned their heart backwards. You've turned their hearts back.
Nice.
Oh, the verbs. Aneni is ane, it's the imperative, and with the ni suffix is me. Answer me. Answer me, O Yahweh, answer me. And then lada'at, to know, yada. Yedu is the future. Ve yedu is and they will know, but this is normally a purpose clause. Normally telling why, that they may know, that this people might know. And hasibota is from savav, it's this samich bet bet in the hifil. Hasibota like hakimota. It's these geminate roots behave like middle weak in the hifil. Hakimota means you established, and hasibota you turned round. Like Saviv, we said before, Saviv la Mizbeach, and this is also
surrounding
la Sub, to go around. Anyway,
nice.
I think that's it.
Yeah, no, that's I had a thought here. And I just, oh yeah. No, I was just going to point out Vayedu. Notice, yeah, this is a conjunctive vav, everyone. The vav consecutive, you can see my cursor here. The vav consecutives almost always appear with this with the patach on the conjunction, whereas the conjunctions, the non-consecutive forms will usually appear with the shava. And that I wonder if that has it just makes me think, does that have something to do, the way that they constructed this, does it have something to do with the fact that this is a what did you call it? This is the
Adjustive.
Yeah, this is the response to the adjustive, right?
So it's like this and let
the result.
this happen.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, but yeah, I'll point this out as well, because I have a tendency to do this, and I probably shouldn't, but I continue to be fascinated by the mixture within the text of places where the article is attached to Elohim, and where it's not. And this is, I think, a lot of this has to do with again, just flexible words, right? This is a word which means God, the God of Israel. But this is also a word which just means divine being. And this is a way, I think, of distinguishing Yahweh as Israel's God, Israel's divine being. It's a specifier in this case, which is why I think you've got the definite article here. Although it's tricky because
when I was reading this we were reading this earlier, me and Colton, we were asking ourselves, when it says Ata Yahweh Elohim, is it saying you are Yahweh God, or was it saying you Yahweh are the God? And we came to the conclusion from the marks. The Ata has Mircha and Adonai has Tipcha, that these are joined together, and then Elohim is the predicate. And then whenever we read further down in verse 39, he says twice, Yahweh hu Elohim, which means the copula is definitely there. Because the question is, who is God? Who is the God? Is the God Yahweh, or is the God Baal?
Baal, yeah. No, that's
so this way
good.
They will know that
Thanks
Yahweh is the God.
Thanks for pointing that out. For my students who we don't touch on the accents, that's what Jace is getting at here. These little accent marks underneath the words. So, all right, verse 38. Yeah, that was you. So this is me. Vatipol esh Adonai vatochal et ha'olah ve'et ha'itzim ve'et ha'avonim ve'et he'afar ve'et hamayim asher bat'ala licheka. All right. And the fire of Yahweh fell, and it ate. Notice this is a feminine verb here. The subject is the fire. It ate, or it consumed, the burnt offering and the wood pieces and the stones and the dirt. And then the water, which was in the trench, in the channel that surrounds the altar. Another feminine verb here at the end. It licked up. It even licked up the water that was in the trench. So the verbs vatipol is a cal imperfect, third feminine singular with the vav consecutive from nafal. As Josh says, because the noon is assimilated, it's hiding in this tiny little dot here. If you zoomed right in, you'd see it. There's a noon hanging out in there.
That's one thing that I definitely miss is he's got a lot of funny little quips that he says about Hebrew.
I know, right? Yeah, no, they're very, very useful. If you get his textbooks, which he's been writing, you can have them on hand. So, yes, vatochal, again, third feminine singular imperfect, vav consecutive from achal, and then we've got right at the end, licheka is a PL, perfect, third feminine singular from lachak. Because this is a second guttural, it won't take the dogish in the middle radical, and as a result, you get the lengthened vowel point there. So it's when I was reading this at first, it took me a couple of times just kind of looking at the text, because you've got the way this is constructed, it can be a little bit confusing because you've got the repetition of all these direct object markers in sequence. And then you've got sorry, I lost my place. You've got et hamayim. So I'm, right away you're like, well, is this, if you're just reading this through, you can mistake this as belonging to vatokal. That was part of what was consumed by the fire, but then you end up with the rest of the clause on the end here, asher batala lecheka, and you've got to do something with that verb. So certainly the et hamayim belongs to the licking action as opposed to the eating action. Yeah. And it's probably I believe most English translation that would just translate it as licking up the water. But I don't know, like with that string of objects together, where do you draw the line? It could lick up the dirt and the water.
Well, I mean, you see under the word he'afal, you see the etnachta.
Ah, yes. Again, right? See, if you read the accents, so I guess those are helpful. See, it was I was I got a crash course in the accents, and then my instructor told me, you don't have to pay any attention to those. So here,
I learned them when I was converting to Judaism. We had an adult education class for Hebrew. Yeah. And we went over how to read the Torah with trope, how to sing it.
Oh, very nice. Yes.
Yeah. And so I learned them in phrases, and it's really a simple book. It's the art of Torah cantillation from the Reform Judaism movement, like a Union of Reform Judaism. It's so simple. It's so neat. That's the only way I can imagine learning them.
Wow, I might have to look into that, honestly. So. Very useful. Sweet. Let me move the text up here a little bit.
Did you go over the verbs?
Did I do the verbs? Oh, no, not all. Yeah, I think I got them all.
Or did I? Yeah. And lichecha is in pause. It's in pause. Lichecha is lichecha.
Yes.
Pause.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Those pause verbs are fun. Yidabru, yidaberu. That's what?
Yidaberu. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Good. So 39, vayal kol ha'am. Now we have the with a singular verb. That's fun. Vayal kol ha'am. Vayiplu. Now it's plural. Al pneim. Vayomeru. Adonai hu ha'elohim. Adonai hu ha'elohim. So all the people saw, and they fell upon their faces. They saw the fire devour the altar, and they said, Adonai is ha'elohim. He's the God. Adonai is the God. The who here is used as a copula. Okay, so vayar is. I wonder if there is a textual note with the a that would change that to vayir,
Let's
vayira,
look
or
at that.
to be afraid.
This is verse 39.
Yeah.
So it's
It says
substituting epesen. Yeah, that's plural, isn't it?
No, epesen is he, epesan is they.
Oh, yes, thank you.
It's strange. You'd think they'd have a different note there.
Oh.
Okay.
Right?
Anyway, yeah, 39. So all the people saw, and they fell upon their faces. And okay, so vayar is from yir'eh. Yir'eh, he will see. And for some reason, the verb consecutive follows the ancient vocalization of the yiktol was yak, yaktul. And the prefix was always yaktul. And then over time, to differentiate between the hifil and the kal divided off and started saying yi. But with this form, it maintained the old prefix, and so it's vayar instead of vayir. Very strange, but it means he saw. All the people saw, and they fell. This is yiplu from yipol, nafal. The nun is assimilated. So this is kal from nafal, linpol, to fall. They fell upon their faces, pnehem, panim shalahem. Vayomru is very, very common. We know it. They said, Adonai is God. Yeah, that's it. The book, yes, Art of Torah Cantillation, Volume 1. Yes, that's exactly it. And there is a Volume 2, not the Art of Torah Cantillation, but the Art of, I don't remember, but the Art of Cantillation, I think it's called, and it's for Haftarah and for holidays.
Nice.
So if anybody's interested.
Yeah, I'm potentially
it has a CD.
Interested.
It has a CD inside of it, and it has musical notation in the back. So it's,
of course,
it's really very good.
No, I'm not sure what I would do with a CD anymore, but I suppose that would there's probably a digital file somewhere. Yeah.
If you want the digital file, I can burn it. I got a little attachable CD thing. I can burn it and send it to you.
Very good. There you go. So yeah, I don't even know. I think I have an old computer. I would have to just break out like an old computer with a drive in it, just to do it. So
well, when we were kids, CDs were the thing, right?
I know, right? Well, I was actually when I was in high school. I'm a little older than you, I think, but when I was in high school was when CDs
I'm 45.
started to overtake. Little older than I guess, not a lot. So, but yeah, it really started to overtake cassette tapes. I got my very first CD player when I was 16, 17 years old, I think. But yeah, and boy, it's one of those markets, right? 15, 20 years, and all of a sudden it's
just the world turned over.
But it turned over. So I was going to say, and I think we're probably coming up on time here. Well, I think that was verse 39, right? Well,
verse 40 looks good.
Yeah, let's read verse 40, and then now one thing I did want to point out though, and it's we won't have time to get into like some of this later stuff, but it just reminded me with in verse 39 here, vayiplu. That one of the neat things about this story, there's lots of these kinds of stories in the Hebrew Bible, is just some of the repetition of words and themes and ideas. Like here you have the Eish Adonai falling from heaven, right? The people are falling onto the earth, their faces onto the ground. Later on, there's this whole thing happening with the verb Allah, the going up. It's like it repeats, I don't know, twice in every single verse. There's a lot of what looks to be like some pretty intentional word choices within this story. But anyways, all right, verse 40. Vayomer Eliyahu lahem tifshu et niviye habaal ish al yimalate mayhem vayit pashum vayori dame Eliyahu
It's the
el.
same way. Soon.
What did I mess up? Vayori dame. Did I?
The verb tafas, it's yitbisum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Vayit pasum. Got it. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Vayori dame Eliyahu el nachal kishon vayishchatem sham. Sorry. Overreact much, Elijah? Okay. Elijah said, yeah. Elijah said to them, grab the prophets of Baal. A man, literally, to a man. Every single one of them, basically. Do not let him get away. Or let none escape from them, something like that. And oh shoot, what is this again? Oh yeah. Oh yes, this is the hit fail. Yeah. So Elijah grabbed them and he brought them down to the Wadi Kishon, and he slaughtered them there. So yeah, that's what you do.
And the word slaughter is just like cut the throat of a cow.
Yeah, right. That's right. Yes. See, the verbal repetition, it's awesome. Okay. So we've got here, where do we start? Yeah, Vayomer, we know. Tifshu is a Cal imperative from Tafash. That's a masculine plural. And then we have
with sin.
Tafas. Yes, sorry. That's right. Yimalate is a Nifal imperfect, third masculine singular from Malat, meaning to escape. And this takes the jussive meaning. Let none of them escape. Let no one from them escape. And then we have, it's not a hipal. That's what was throwing me off. It's just a regular Cal imperfect, third masculine plural. But yeah, vayitap sum. Thank you. So yes, a Cal imperfect third masculine plural with the vav consecutive, also from Tapas. And with the third masculine plural suffix on the end of it. And then Vayoridame is a hifil, imperfect, third masculine singular with the plural suffix on the end of it, and it's a vowel consecutive to go down. But this is causative, so he brought them down. You make it happen. And then finally we've got Vayishchatem is a Cal imperfect third masculine singular with a vav consecutive, and the third plural suffix from shachat, meaning to slaughter or to kill. And so it's interesting. The people.
Gosh,
what's that? What was that?
It's rough. The whole idea that he's slaughtering people in the valley
Yeah.
and the river basin. Oh my God.
I know, right? It's interesting. You've got the people rounding up all the prophets, right? And then Elijah's doing everything. It's just these are all singular verbs after that, right? He's the one who leads them all down to the wadi, and he's the one who does all the killing by the looks of it there. So yeah, wild. So and that's the end of this part of the story.
It is funny. It doesn't say that they slaughtered them. It says that he slaughtered them. You're absolutely right. That's interesting.
I know, right? And I'm not sure I'm not sure what to do with that. It's important to the writer to make that distinction. So this is, after all, the Elijah who stresses, and this is potentially troubling. Elijah, stresses throughout this story that very early on he talks about being, the only prophet of Yahweh left. He's the one who hid all the prophets when Jezebel was killing them. He talks in his prayer about how he wants part of Yahweh's sign that he's looking for is not just to establish that Yahweh is the God in Israel, but it's also that Elijah is his slave or his servant, right? So yeah, and he's the one who does the killing here. So yeah, all right. You got anything
interesting.
else?
It's like, what if the Pentecostals decided that because Baptists don't speak in tongues, then they would kill them all?
Right? Yes, exactly.
What if they decided to just go kill them all because they don't have the signs of the Spirit or something?
Yeah, and I think it's literally when you actually situate yourself within the culture. I mean, I wrote a whole fucking book about this, guys. When you situate yourself in the culture, when you set these texts into at least the time in which the writer imagines this stuff to take place, if it didn't all take place at this time, the world is like that. Like the difference between Baal worship and Yahweh worship is about as fine as the difference between Baptists and Pentecostals. They're all essentially doing the same thing. Yes, exactly. So yeah, wild stuff. So I think I got another. Oh yes, another super chat here. Sorry, Lawrence, this came in a while ago. Thank you for the $5 to say that Jason's Discord looks great. One semester I'd love to add something to the discussion. My Greek is also okay, says Lawrence. So sweet. Cool. Thanks, Lawrence. And yes, everybody should be joining the Discords. Join Jason's Discord, the Hebrew Cafe. The link is in the chat there. I'll add it to the description as well. And then and Lawrence's is really good. So all right. And yes, that's true. Thank you, Lawrence. Maya's not here, so somebody has to say it. Kipp Davis has written no books. That's what, although Neil said it first.
Kipp Davis has written no.
Sorry, you gotta you gotta when you write a book, you gotta just keep showing it everywhere. That's what that's the rules. You just have to do that. So okay, we are out of time. Jason, tell the good people who you are and where to find you, and if you've got anything coming up, any stuff that you're doing online that you'd like people to tune into, let us know what's happening.
Well, thehebrewcafe.com is the site, and youtube.com/thehebrewcafe. If you want to throw me some money, patreon.com/thehebrewcafe. We are starting a new series of Parashat HaShavua, where we will read basically through the Torah from Genesis to Deuteronomy over the next year. We're just going to do one section of it, but each portion throughout the year. We meet on Mondays, 5 p.m. Eastern, which is midnight in Israel, and we work straight through. We do 3 hours. We do an hour of reading, normally an hour of grammar. Now we're doing a translation from
Wow.
English into biblical Hebrew. And then the third hour is for modern Hebrew for those who are Patreon members and want to learn modern Hebrew. So that's what we're doing right now.
So
Maybe
just
we'll
so
do more in the future.
just so everyone understands, Jason gets out of bed at midnight every Monday and stays up for 3 hours to do all this every Monday. Wow. So that's amazing. And it's a very impressive platform and a site. You do really incredible work over there. I appreciate it quite a bit. And I am very happy that you came out to join me this evening, and I hope that that you will come back when as I get my rotation going. I'd love to have you back.
It's a great honor for me.
regular
I
basis.
really like it. I enjoy being with you, and
Awesome.
I would love to support you in any way I can. So
I appreciate that. So now Matt has asked audiobook when. I just finished editing the audio files for chapter 9 today and started recording for chapter 10. Things are really busy for me on the in real life front. So I'm not getting as much done at the moment as I would like to, but it is coming. I know I said I'd have it by mid-October. It's probably not going to be until the end of October now, but it is coming. I think it sounds great. It's a fuck ton of work though. Holy cow. It's great. It's a lot of work. And I think Chuck has a good idea. Chuck is another one of my Hebrew students here too. Someone needs to wear a bow tie while Dr. Josh is slacking off. It's not going to be me. I guarantee that much. But if I can convince any of my co-hosts to show up in a bow tie, then it's not a bad idea. Yeah, Sparrow, always be shilling. That's how we go. Oh, look, Jester is here. Thank you for the $2. Many books have been written, Kipp. Many books have written Kipp. More wrote Davis. Wow, that's kind of profound. Okay, so I've got a couple things coming up tomorrow morning. I will be on the Daily Atheist Morning Show to talk with Ryan about intersections of religion in the Battlestar Galactica television series and some of the stuff that I see in the Hebrew Bible. I think it's pretty interesting. So that's tomorrow morning. We start at 6 a.m. Pacific, which is, what is that? That's 9, I think, Eastern.
what channel is that going to be on?
The Daily Atheist Morning Show.
Hmm.
So that's if you just Daily Atheist Morning Show, you'll find it. So, and then tomorrow evening I am making my theatrical debut on Top Hats Off, run by the Dapper Dinosaur, in his Star Trek TTRPG. I've only ever played one role-playing game before, so this is all new to me, but it looks fun. So I will be there tomorrow night for a couple hours. I think we start at 5 o'clock Pacific, which is 3 o'clock in the morning in Israel. And
5 Pacific. You're right. Oh my God.
yeah. So that's I think that's 8 o'clock Eastern. That's right. And then Saturday afternoon, I'll be back on Dapper Dino's channel with Vish to talk some more about whatever it is. We're going over this terrible video. We got through 6 seconds of a video in 2 hours.
Oh my God.
Last week. It's terrible. So
what are you guys covering? What is it?
It's is it Institute for Creation Research, talking about the reliability of the Bible. They've got a guy. They've got an evolutionary, biologist, I believe, or something. He's a scientist, right? By training.
He obviously got his degree specifically to be a creationist with a degree.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, they've got him on talking about archaeology and how to read the biblical text and the history of it. So I don't know, like it. What? So yes, so that's on Dapper Dinosaur at noon Pacific, 3 o'clock Eastern, and whatever in Tel Aviv. I'm not doing the math right now. Saturday night, though, I'm very excited and pleased to announce that Dr. Joel Carrico will be back here in my studio for another episode of Bible, Scotch, and Scholars, where we sit down and we drink a lot of different kinds of scotch, and we talk shit about what each other is doing in the Bible, because even though Dr. Joel Carrico is a fine biblical scholar, he and I could not be farther apart on just about everything. So that always makes for a good time. So make sure that that you check those out too, everyone. So I think that's it. And yeah. Anything
You've got
else?
so much going on, man. Good luck. Good
So
luck
much
with all
going
of it.
on. Thank you. I appreciate it. But and yes, thanks again, Jace, for coming and hanging out. And we will see you guys with another installment. Justin from Deconstruction Zone will be back with me in 2 weeks. And until then, ha tikva.